Hey everybody, this is Music Therapy Laz on a Friday afternoon after a wonderful lunch with my cousin Suzanne. And I was on Phil Mosley's channel earlier this morning in a stream talking about, there's something that should go on a guitar board, right? Talking about what pedals should I put onto my board. So these are all my pedals pretty much right now. Some would say that's too much. Some would say, dude, you don't even have half the pedals I have. And there's the pedal board that I want to put together. Notice the problem? They won't all fit. Yeah, I know that's a stupid problem to have. First world problem, as Pete would say on Pete Thorne's channel. Go check him out on YouTube. Pete Thorne, guy rocks. Anyway, and I was able to meet him in NAMM last year, and he was so cool. Anyway, of course. So I'm going to try to fit pedals onto that board out of these. So I don't know if that's a good enough view. I'm going to get a little closer. I have to actually step down from a bench that I'm standing on because I have to get up high enough to get it all into the shot. So my favorite Alter Ego X4 TC Electronics digital version of many wonderful analog delays pedal. This thing rocks. It's got really accurate versions of many of those, plus tone print and MIDI and blah 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 blah. Another delay pedal, which is the Vox Double Deca, which means it's a double delay. You can do short and long delays. Very, very cool pedal for the money. I got that as well as the Alter Ego at really good prices. Of course, it's really hard not to put a 10-band EQ that you can use as a boost or whatnot. You know, scoop your mids or whatnot to just go into a total metal sound if you want. Then we have the Supros, a boost, which is excellent. It's got that MOSFET circuit in there. So does the fuzz, which is probably one of the best sounding fuzzes I've ever played, but I haven't played that many fuzzes, so I really don't know. There's the other fuzz that I have, box trike fuzz, which is a trike, meaning 3 fuzzes at once. You can do up an octave, down an octave, or both at the same time, meaning you get a triple kind of note, which really sounds cool. One of my more recent acquisitions, the Behringer Tube Overdrive, Vintage Tube Overdrive, which apparently is an exact copy, according to Josh at JHS Pedals, of the Tube Screamer TS808. And then you've got your analog MXR chorus. I have not yet bought a chorus pedal because I have one of these. But I don't always take this with me to gigs. Most times I don't. This, if you don't know, is a Jazz Chorus 90, which is the little brother of the 120. It has 2 10-inch speakers in there, not the 12-inch Jensens that they typically have. But man, talking about a good sounding chorus, that is a good sounding stereo chorus. Some would argue it's not true stereo, but whatever. Of course, we have 2 of my other recent acquisitions, and the lighting here is totally picking up that awesome kind of fade in that LPD 68 Deluxe. That pedal rocks. And then here is the Vermin, which is, as you can tell by the creature on the front, is a Proco Rat type of a, I wouldn't call it a copy. I would say it's a really versatile, better version of what a Rat can do. And then you've got, this is a really cool preamp pedal, which is a Black Star HD Distortion X, meaning extra distortion. It's got a valve in it, or tube as we call it here in the States, across the pond. That thing is a monster. Torpedo cab I doubt I'll take, but I mean, what's the point? That's good for front of house stuff. But then we've got the Trio, which I'll take sometimes when people aren't in the jam room and I want to have a band when the band's not there to play. So I'll use the Trio. I didn't get the Trio Plus because I bought that for $50. Pedal for about 20. Can't beat that. That right there is basically the channel switcher for the amp I'll be taking, which is my Black Star HT Studio 20. Plenty of volume for the room I'll be in, and sounds pretty killer. Woo! And then that just slid down, making its appearance. The One Spot Pro CS12 That'll give me plenty of outputs for, I doubt I can even put 12 pedals on there, but I probably could fit 12. And then we've got the pitchfork, the Electro Harmonix. Man, this thing has got a lot of fun stuff you can do with this. If you just want to drop tune, you can do drop tunes, but you can also really do some cool pitch dropping, pitch bendy stuff as well. The Helix, which is a TC Electronics digital version of a phaser with tone prints if you want. And then we've got a, Morley volume. Dunlop Wah. The Crybaby Mini, which is really killer sounding and doesn't take a lot of space. This giant volume kind of affects, I guess expression pedal, and then you've got the Moog expression pedal. If I want to do some expression stuff with some of these that allow it. And then we've got a tuner, flex drive. This is kind of a cool J-Rocket flex drive. It's just a flexible drive pedal. Your standard custom comp deluxe from MXR, really versatile. A cheap tuner that works great. The Arena, which is basically the Hall of Fame reverb, but I think it was a what was it called? Pro Guitar Shop before they went under or they sold off. Andy, our favorite demo dude from Pro Guitar Shop, went to reverb. Well, the Arena is basically a version that I think they worked with TC Electronic to create. The Alter Ego is also the actually altered version of a X4. So the X4 being the TC Electronic delay pedal that has a looper and all that stuff. But this Alter Ego is a vintage version, all these vintage types of delay devices, right? And then you've got the Mojo, which is a great drive pedal if you just want a crunchy drive tone kind of pedal. And then this is the Tremor. I like BB products, but they tend to color the sound a bit, but they make really good rack mount gear, and I always trusted whatever they've put out. And I enjoy that because it's a 2-speed tremolo pedal. So you can do 1-speed, 2-speed, and adjust those knobs up there with the depth control. Then you've got your Dark Matter, which is a really good TC Electronic distortion pedal. And then you've got the Vericomp compression pedal. If you don't want the MXR, you can do the Vericomp, which colors it a bit. I think it's got a bit of a, bit of coloration in there, but it's a really nice compression. And then the Soul Vibe, which I got a different version than the one with the funky. Oh, there's a knob missing. I just noticed the knob missing. Oh, I know why. Because I had that little. That's a different story. Here it is. Grab that. Sorry about this. Yeah, I have that there because that way I can turn this thing with my foot for the speed, right? So these are these cool little things you can stick on a pedal. And then I've got a diddle looper in case I don't want to take that monster with me. That's got a looper on it, but sometimes it's nice to have a mini looper. And then I've got the Freak Out, which is a very, very cool pedal. If you like the Freak Out. Kidding. So that's going to be the pedal board that I want to put together for tomorrow night's jam night. I've got all these pedals to choose from, and I need some help choosing.